Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 202 of MMT Millennial Movie Talk. It's a movie and TV show podcast where four Australians get together and chat about the things they love, which is film and
NFTs.
TV. NFTs? No, dear God, no.
We love
Oh,
it.
please, no.
We're here to talk about all of our favorite NFTs.
Oh, yeah?
Christian, what's your
What's
favorite?
your favorite, Alex?
The monkeys?
The
The
monkeys.
monkey with the hat.
Yeah, monkeys.
I love how the NFTs are so relevant all of a sudden, like so quickly. Like even this joke is like 6 months past relevancy.
Yeah, they've already
Mhm.
completely fallen out of relevance in the same
Like
amount of
no
time.
one talks about NFTs anymore. Everyone's on AI, and where you're making an NFT joke.
Except the one or two companies that are just catching up, like releasing their
Yeah.
big NFT right now.
We love NFTs.
Oh,
They're our favorite.
Bless.
Buy NFTs.
Do it.
Please do go.
You won't
Alex
regret
has
it.
wasted so much money on NFTs.
What
No,
are we
not
doing?
quite.
What are we doing now, Braden? What's our first course of action?
First course of action. This is actually a pretty chock-a-block episode of Millennial Movie Talk. We've got a lot happening. It's been a big movie release.
Oh
But
yeah,
we're going to start off with our annual event
that we didn't do last year.
that we apparently missed a week of. We're starting a week late.
A
Apparently.
year and a week.
A year and a week. We didn't do it last
Did
year.
we forget to do it last year?
Forgot to do it
Yeah.
last year. A lot of things
Oh
happened
my
last
God.
year. COVID, you know.
Yeah, it's the last
We
3
was
years.
we were still in the transition of coming online.
Yeah.
True. Yes. Okay, that's fair then.
Busy
That's fair.
period,
Well, we're
you know.
back with a vengeance.
We're back.
And we're here for the 2023 summer movie draft, in which we fantasy league it up, and we each pick our votes on what's films of the summer in the Northern Hemisphere. What films are going to be the highest grossing films for the summer box office season?
We have picked 24 films, all to draft. 25, actually.
Yes.
We will pick 24. One will get undrafted and have maximum shame.
Oh my god. And then it's going to be hilarious if that one gets more box office than something we picked.
I know. So, you might be
the
thinking, oh my
gamble.
god, Alex, why is Alex first? He's not. We've got the wheel.
The wheel!
The wheel. The wheel. I don't know how to start the wheel. Click the spin. There we go.
It says in big
The
letters.
giant writing
Or
that's
control
on it.
or control enter if you really
I'll
need
do a
some
control
help.
enter. Fuck yeah.
There we go. Who's going first?
Who's got first pick?
It's serpent order.
First pick.
Oh, come on. Slow down.
Oh, of course he did. Of
Yeah, big
course he's
surprise.
done that.
Incredible.
How has he wormed his way to this?
We're
For
watching
those
a
at home
recording
on the
right now, aren't we?
podcast,
Yeah, it's
Alex.
definitely a recording.
Is first pick.
Alex's first pick. And second pick will be.
Second pick. Da-da-da-da. Watch it just be alphabetical. Oh, no.
Ooh,
No.
Michael's
Oh,
second pick.
Ooh.
Gonna go me.
Michael's second
Alright.
pick.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well done.
And third pick.
Well, this decides who gets last pick. Oh!
Oh,
Now, Braden, it's
So
unfortunate that you are last, but it's serpent order, so you get 2 picks in a row.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
So
I'm
you
okay
know,
with that.
And let's just figure out who's going next.
That
Cool.
could work out well in my favor.
Yeah. Just go there.
so who's going last?
Who's going last? I wonder. It's Ned Yarb.
Braden.
Whoa!
Yay.
Who would have guessed?
And now it's
Incredible.
All right.
Awesome. All right. Let's get into these picks because I was just glancing at this before we started, and Jesus Christ, this is difficult.
Yes, it is difficult.
Now, reiterating for those at home who haven't played this before, we're going for highest grossing box office, not best films.
Yeah, something's
Yes.
happened.
Mm.
What's this square? Okay.
You
no.
good?
Yeah, I think I'm good. All right. Now,
All right.
what is Alex going to pick? It's hard.
Alex up first.
So
I
with
feel
the
like
number
it is
one,
tough.
with the first pick in this
First
year's
pick.
summer box office draft, what is Alex going to pick?
I feel like underneath this section of the audio only podcast, just to, because there's not pretty pictures to look at while you're listening to the podcast, I might put some like game show like thinking music underneath the whole thing.
Oh yeah, like countdown.
Yeah,
Clock?
because
Jeff
at
Bitty
least the
music.
YouTube people get to look at like Alex looking at the posters and trying to decide, and
All right.
the audio listeners are just gonna hear thinking noises.
He's made his
I
decision.
haven't. That's the annoying
Yep.
part.
Going for a vowel or a consonant.
Continent.
Alex, you also want to
Consonant?
check the MMT chat because I've gotten a message from my dad.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
You got to have that YouTube chat open.
I can't. Then what YouTube chat? Oh wait, do
Yeah.
you mean what MMT chat? It's empty.
Oh.
Alright.
No.
I gotta focus. I got pick one.
Alright, you make your first pick, then you
See,
check
it's
that-
hard because
that
Guardians
YouTube live chat.
is like is Marvel and it's a surefire hit.
It's a tough one.
I can see your dad's comment, Brayden.
Okay, cool.
What did he comment? Pick the Mega
He said-
Coward.
He said, "Meg 2 Statham bites back."
Okay.
He's so excited for the Meg 2.
As he should be.
See, it's hard. I want to go with what I think is going to be the best film of the summer. Indiana
Are you
Jones
going
5.
with your heart rather
Like-
than your brain?
No, I gotta go with my brain. My brain has to back the Marvel train.
That's fair.
Yeah,
fair.
I
You
was
see,
feeling the-
I have an internal argument going on here with the second pick.
Mhm.
Because there's something that carried so much weight in the last draft
It was
for my picks.
was that fast.
And that was fast. That was fast.
See, here's
So
my-
there's this little inkling that I should take it.
Here was
but-
my. No, I'm gonna let Michael talk. I'm not gonna give anything away.
We can discuss little bits of picks and reasonings behind if we need to.
As picks are getting picked, we can talk about those films because, like, I feel like Guardians is obviously like Marvel train, safe bet, good bet.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't make a lot of money.
I think I got it. Oh no, I don't like this already.
And for those waiting for our Guardians review, that'll be later this episode. So
Yes.
don't worry, it's coming.
I regret.
I
picking
might
Guardians.
have to also jump on the Marvel train and take Spider-Man.
That was my other pick.
Yeah, I'm taking Spider-Man.
That was what I was tossing up between.
I didn't
And
even hear.
Brayden's internally screaming at me.
What did Alex pick? I didn't even hear.
I picked Guardians
Guardians.
3.
Of course. Yep.
Are you not watching, Chris? It is on the screen.
Oh, I've got my own picture of the names up because stream quality.
That's fair. Yeah, Chris's audio would probably
For what? For like
Fall
the
into a
brief
garbage
moment,
file.
I can actually see the tier clearly. It's not blurry.
Yeah, it's nice.
So-
Just having a clear image. Thanks,
It
Australian
is.
internet. Chris, what you're eyeing up?
So. both
Oh, I'm
Guardians-
eyeing up a few. I think I will have to join the superhero train
Ooh.
and go with the Flash.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Going in at pick
Mm.
3, round 1, The Flash.
Okay.
To
So,
Christian
Brayden.
State.
On the
fun
clock.
fact,
Yes.
my first pick has not been picked.
Was it Indy?
No. Put Barbie in there.
Oh,
Ooh.
Brayden.
Yes.
Everyone and their mothers, brothers, cousins, uncle is going to go see Barbie.
Look,
Yeah,
I was
you're not
hoping
wrong.
that fell down to me because that was going to be probably my next
Yeah.
pick.
Now, Brayden,
I'm
you've got another
pretty-
pick right now.
I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, another pick.
I can tell you, me and all my friends are going to see the new Ken movie, 100%.
See,
Okay,
here-
now second pick. This is where
Here's
it gets
why I
tough.
wasn't eyeing off Barbie straight away. It's opening the same day as Oppenheimer. The exact same
Yeah.
time.
There's going to be a bit of
You-
context.
I don't
there.
know. Do people care about Oppenheimer? Like, obviously we do.
I think movie people
do.
do.
It's
Movie buffs
Nolan,
do.
it's IMAX.
Non-movie buffs are who makes the money for these.
Yeah.
For these, all right. Who buys the
Mm.
tickets?
So, Brayden, you got another pick.
Yes, I'm between two, and I'm trying to decide because.
Flip a coin.
That's a good question.
I
don't have a
reckon you
coin.
should take the
Um,
Meg just for your dad, Brayden.
Yeah, you got to take that.
Oh, we'll see if it's still up when it comes.
He doesn't
back
have
around.
that much faith in it.
I have a camera lens that I'm gonna flip. So
Because
the Sony side is going to be.
we don't have
that.
money.
Oh,
What's he picking?
Mission Impossible.
Oh, you can't.
Oh.
Dropped
Chris.
a hard C bomb.
It is your turn.
God damn. Fun
Okay.
fact: it was it was between Mission Impossible and Fast and Furious.
I'm gonna take the easy kids film here. Go Little Mermaid.
Yeah, that's fair. That
Oh.
was
Alright.
based on
Chris-
the
Gonna
Lion
take the
King,
kids
only
to
gonna
that?
pick blue posters.
A lot of people taking the yep.
based
Um,
on the Lion King and everything. It's a safe bet.
I'm now going to take the one I was conflicting with for pick number 1. I'll take Fast and Furious. Well, Fast 5. 10. Fuck.
Okay,
You can take
and
Fast 5.
Mine's
I'll
easier.
take
I'm
Fast Five.
taking Indy and Elemental.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Whoa, that was quick.
Whoa.
Um,
So many
Um,
off the board.
Yeah, look, I think I'm just going to have to take another safe pick in Oppenheimer.
okay.
Ooh, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
You picked Fast 10, surely.
I did.
Michael picked
You
Fast
did.
10,
Yeah,
I
yes.
have. Yeah.
I'm just seeing the quality there. Then I think my next pick.
Would you like to know what's gone?
I can see.
Literally, the top 10 is gone. That is literally all that is gone.
Yeah,
Just the top
yeah.
10.
Oh wow, yeah, it is too.
You know what? We'll jump on the kids movie train. Let's go Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I
You
like it.
motherfucker.
I like it.
Yeah, we
Nice
God
pick.
damn it.
Nice pick.
Oh, pissed. I was exactly what I was about to pick. Oh, okay.
Can't believe you took
Okay.
Mission
What do we
Impossible. You
got
took
here?
my Tom Cruise.
God damn it.
It's alright, I got Harrison.
Hmm. Hmm.
You've got 2
I'm-
here, Brayden.
Yeah, I do as well.
But by the way, guys, I love this.
You having fun?
I love this. This is my bread and butter. This is,
Bread and butter.
this is so much fun.
I'm
No
going
love
to
for
go
Transformers.
with
Chris, just stay silent.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you still, Chris, to shut up?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 2 picks here. So I'm gonna go with Blue Beetle and Bring It On Home, the Meg 2, the Trench.
Okay.
What are you selecting, Chris?
You know what? It doesn't get enough love. Transformers.
Fuck
Come on,
you.
there's one or two.
There is a reason I
fans-
didn't want you to bring it up because I wanted it, you bastard.
There's one or two fans of the series that'll go see that one.
There's a
Sure.
couple. This one's set in the 90s. There's the Beasts.
Yeah. Look, you see, I think my dilemma last time is I think I had The Conjuring or whichever big horror movie was
of
coming
the
out.
year.
So
And I
this
just
is
don't think they
interesting.
make.
Insidious. This is one that's going back to the original family from the first 2 films,
Okay.
and directed by Patrick Wilson. Not that
It is
that.
popular.
I
popular
know people.
series.
I know people will
A lot
go
of
see
people
it.
watch them.
But to Michael's fairness, it has dropped off. But also the last time we did a draft was when Warner Brothers were releasing shit on video the same day they were releasing
true.
stuff in theaters.
Mm.
All
Yeah.
of these, I can confirm, are coming to theaters only.
Okay.
I chose nothing
Um,
that would be coming out in limited, or these are all getting wide releases.
Nice.
Look, all right. For that reason, I will back the horror train because I know people will go see it. It's just how many people. I'll back the horror train. I'll take Insidious.
I'm also going to back the horror train and take Haunted Mansion.
Really horror.
Did not know we were doing a Haunted Mansion. Is it? Is it
Yeah.
a redo?
Yeah, with Danny
Yeah.
DeVito and Owen Wilson,
This is of the Eddie Murphy original.
the Eddie Murphy vehicle.
Beautiful.
I got one more.
You do go one more.
Here's my thing. What's gonna get more butts and seats? There's 4 I'm tossing up between here.
Ooh.
I don't think Wes Anderson's getting butts and seats. I think he's getting the Cinema Bros and seats.
Which one's his?
Yeah, so
Asteroid
this is
Ray?
a lot of Cinema Bros.
Is his Stray?
No, Asteroid City.
Ah.
Oh, yep. Okay.
No Hard Feelings is a
Right.
Jennifer Lawrence R-rated comedy.
Yeah.
R-rated though.
Yeah. Gran Turismo. I think I gotta go Gran Turismo.
Ooh.
I was gonna. That was my
PG.
next.
Yeah.
PG-13 based on a game, so that's gonna get people
Yep.
interested, and some people
Yep.
might just be interested in the racing aspect. And,
And
Yeah,
I
there's going to be a lot of
believe-
dads and their sons.
Yeah,
I believe in that director's ability to pull something out of the hat there,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
it looks like a very
That-
strange coming together.
See, I reckon you took the thing. I was gonna go no hard feelings, but then the same reserve of it being only like Chris
Strays
saying
is
it's
also
18.
R-rated as well, even though it's a movie about dogs, talking
Yeah,
dogs.
fucking weird.
But then an R18 sort of rom-com.
That's why this is why I put the ratings in the thing, because it does have something to consider. You got to
What's
consider.
that? What's that old boogeyman? What's that?
It comes out in a few weeks. It's a horror film with
I can only assume it's a John Wick prequel.
Baba Yaga.
it's a movie based on a Stephen King short.
Okay.
Story.
Thing is, I've already got Insidious there, so I don't know if I want to keep like. Oh, fucking hell.
Someone already made the Boogeyman in 2005, so it's a remake.
How'd that one review?
You know, let's
see.
go a
Let's
bit
see
out
how
of the
that
box. Let's go the machine.
The Machine.
The
Starring Mark
Machine.
Hamill. Chris,
You say
you're up.
Mark Hamill?
Mark Hamill's
Alright.
The Machine.
Now, what do we have left? We don't know anything about any of these.
We've got Asteroid City, which is the Wes Anderson film. No Hard Feelings, which is the Jennifer Lawrence R-rated rom-com. Strays, which is Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx voicing dogs who swear movie.
Yeah, I'm going with Strays. Yeah, that's my R-rated
Just
pick.
immediately.
I was looking at the dog picture on the poster and I was like, that's mine.
Oh my god.
Braden, you're up.
Amazing. All right. I am going to go with No Hard Feelings and Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken.
Oh, that could be a sleeper because it's a kids' film.
Kids films, man.
I did consider that did cross my mind, the fact that it was a kids film.
Those parents got to keep those kids busy somehow.
They do. All right, Chris.
I was happy to see Ruby Gillman still be there by the time it came around. That was my one, like, okay, I'm gonna
No,
get that.
I'm tied up between Wes Anderson and Boogeyman.
An Oogie Boogie.
Boogeyman just to be a meme pick for me. Don't know anything about it, but yeah, sure. Yeah, because Wes Anderson, they don't make a lot of money, but they don't cost a lot of money to make.
Somehow, because they have all those actors.
Is this on profits or?
No. All right, I think we'll go Boogeyman. We're gonna leave my man Wes out to dry, I think.
And Michael, what are we picking?
Who's in Joyride?
Stephanie.
That's I literally
Stephanie
just looked
Sue.
up.
Oh, okay, yep. Oh, she's good.
Nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, that one. You know what? Yeah, I might take Joyride.
Okay. Are we really letting Wes Anderson go undrafted? Because I'm taking Talk to Me. Because I said if Talk to Me was on the board by the end of this, I'll take it because I don't want Raka Raka's first directorial debut to go
Unpicked.
unpicked.
Oh, is this their thing?
This is
Really?
Yeah,
Is it?
This is their proper film. They took it to Sundance and it got bought by A24.
Yeah.
Good on him.
That's
Sorry, Wes.
crazy.
Poor old Wes.
Wes Anderson. Should we put
I was-
undrafted Asteroid City?
Yeah, do that.
Alright.
I was tossing up taking it because like it is Wes Anderson still, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Can't believe Wes
I've been
Anderson
hearing
went undrafted.
little things about it. But
Like, I would say who's in it, but it's a Wes Anderson film. I know who's in it.
I'm not gonna. I really enjoyed doing this year. This was
Because
a
you
lot
think
of
you're
fun.
gonna win?
No. I think I'm gonna get fucked by the Little Mermaid and Flash combo, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Transformers joining him.
I was pissed.
That's a
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
great
got
I
stolen.
combo,
think
Chris.
honestly, I think Chris is a really strong contender.
Oh yeah.
Because I know I'm seeing at least 2 out of 4 of those films.
when we did this
The Little
last
Mermaid.
time, we like just went in like the same order, didn't we? We didn't
Yeah.
serpentine it.
So
yeah.
Serpentine, everything's more fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
It balances out quite interestingly.
I was so happy Indy was on the board when I got it. Indy, the Indian Elemental 1-2 was something I was
I-
very happy to have.
I kind of wanted indie, but I also don't have that much faith in it.
Nah, Indy's gonna be great. You're all stupid. Alex, I've noticed-
It's gonna get people there. It's gonna
be something. We'll see.
I'm noticing Alex has all the Disney films.
I've got a lot of Disney films.
You've got all the Disney films that
Yeah.
were on except for Little Mermaid.
Oh, do I really? Oh my
That's
god.
the only one.
They're
You
the
have
money machine.
4 out of the 5 Disney films.
They're a money machine. I've got to back my boys at Disney.
Back the boys at Disney. You know, support the writers on the writers' strike right now, but also back the boys at Disney.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because it's very nice looking.
And poor old Wes at the bottom. Oh, bless.
Yeah, undrafted Wes Anderson. We'll make this into an Instagram post.
Like it. Good work. Okay. Well, with that, do we want to talk about the film that got picked first?
Yeah, let's do it. What I pick? I've done something to my computer, but that's
Oh, no.
okay. No,
Alex is crashing.
it's fine.
he's alive.
I accidentally. Huh?
You're all good?
I'll be fine, I guess.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
I'm Groot.
I'm Groot.
I think I'll be right. I've got blue thing. It just highlights anything that you can click for me. Anyway, who cares? It's fine.
Marvel released their new film from writer-director James Gunn, the final of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We're seeing the adventures of the Guardians as they face the repercussions of Avengers Endgame and getting the entirety of Rocket's origin story. I feel like that's the gist of the film. Oh, and Adam Warlock's there now too. Like, that's it. But going off with some ground first impressions. What was everyone's reaction to good old Guardians?
To Rack Origins. It's
put
great.
Because I'm trying to work out how to fix my computer.
All right, well, Alex does that.
No, you go.
I was going to say, as someone whose favorite Marvel film is the first Guardians and who was severely let down by the second one,
Oh,
I was very happy coming out of this movie. It was definitely better than I was hoping. Considering the run of the Marvel films we've had of late, it was definitely a lot better than I wouldn't say expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be bad, but it was better. It was a lot better than I hoped.
I think, as always, as not a huge fan of the rest of the Marvel movies, the Guardians has always got that extra magic to it. Right?
Yeah.
It's always been for me a league above the rest of them, and this one was no different. Except it's a little shaky at the start. I thought.
I need to watch this movie again.
Yeah,
You've seen it multiple times, haven't you?
No, only once.
Only once. Okay. Me and Alex both got the feeling at the start of this one it was a little shaky. There was a bit of like, hey, let's do this. Okay, let's do that. We're going from like bang, bang, bang. But we got it set up, and I thought as soon as we got to Organ World, things really came together. And for me, that was where the Guardians started. Like before that, it was like crappy Marvel intro to a movie. I got to be honest. Other than the initial 10 seconds of amazingness, but we'll come back to that.
See, here's the thing, Chris. We came out the movie, and I remember you saying that you thought it went from like hardcore Rocket origin scary to fun boppy music.
Yes, and that was my point. We went from this awesome
Chris,
artsy intro.
I went back and listened to the first song of the film. It's a acoustic version of "Creep" by Radiohead. It's not fun and boppy.
Yeah.
It's an acoustic ballad. It's an acoustic ballad. It's definitely very different to the monotone sound, ringing kind of deaf ear ringing sound. That's the shot before.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head with this film like really highlights itself and everything that works about the Guardians movies with the Organ Planet. Like,
yes,
I loved the Organ Planet.
Like everything about that entire sequence was
it's a butthole.
100% Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's a butthole.
Yeah.
But yes, it was great. That was a fantastic.
You get every character playing
Veracruz.
their role in the Guardians perfectly
Are we
in
spoiling?
that time. I mean, like
Think so.
light spoilers, I guess.
I mean, it's been out for almost a week now.
Almost a week. It's a Marvel movie.
If we've all
So
We're
seen
not.
as-
We're not.
to be
We're not
fair,
nice
if
here.
we've all
I don't
seen
think it's
it, if we've all
Yeah.
seen it,
We've all seen it.
That's
then
true. Yeah,
most
it's rare that
the
we've all seen
world has
something.
seen it probably.
That's
Yeah.
true. We're hitting a few demographics.
Just
Yeah.
to be kind, everyone. Just at the for the first few sentences, everyone just give their basic thoughts, and then we can obviously deep dive, and then.
Look,
do what's
like
first
we
after
said,
that, they're fine.
Organ Planet had me grinning, smiling. As soon as we started to explore any of the little thematic little parts of that, it was just all grins, all fun. Every little part of it, which they add detail to, is just like hilarious.
Yeah.
A bit of cringe at the Among Us suits.
Yeah,
That was also kind of hysterically laughing inside that they actually went there, and it's like such a meme.
Yeah, bless.
They look more like the Space Odyssey suits to me.
And then sorry.
They look more like the 2001: Space Odyssey suits to me.
Oh yeah.
Other than
I
the
think
colours,
it's just the colors.
yeah,
it's
other
the
than the
colors that
yeah.
give the Among Us vibes.
Yeah, it's the different colors, and then of course they eject them all out, and you see them in the window.
That was fun.
That was certainly an Among Us.
Look,
yeah.
I was like, in the credits, I clocked Nathan Fillion's name, so I was wondering when he was going to pop up, and then like, second you see his face, like, oh, here we go. It's
He
gonna
was
be good.
brilliant.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Very fun cameo.
Definitely.
and
Yeah, in terms of overall thoughts, before we get into more spoilers, I thought this film really had a lot of things that it wanted to do and was jumping between them in quite a whiplash fashion.
I thought that for only the first quarter of the film, up until they got to Organ Planet.
yes,
thought-
well put.
I think it's very sort of jumpy.
I
at
thought
the start
Organ
there.
Planet and everything else after was great.
Yeah,
So-
it really starts to settle into what it's actually going
But
for.
I will admit, what's his name? Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock.
I thought he very much reminded me of Jason Statham from Fast and Furious 7, where he's kind of not really attached
my
to the
God,
main
yes.
story, but he kind of just
Yeah.
shows up every now and then to make life harder for our heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
He
Now-
needs to remind everyone that he's still there.
Now, Fast and Furious 7 had a reason for this. It's because Paul Walker died and they had to merge two movies into one.
Yeah. I think we
from
mentioned
my
one
there's
was
an
because Marvel wanted to
from
introduce.
my understanding,
Adam
Paul,
Warlock.
Paul Walker didn't die on
Set of
Guardians
Guardians Volume
3.
3.
But with saying that, I thought I really liked him.
He was really
I did as well.
underutilized. He was
It-
really
yeah.
good.
It was just the moments where like we held on him towards the end, like he got his own little climax shot, and it was just like, oh, he wasn't that important.
No,
Why are we
I also
why are we
thought it
holding on
was
him?
weird-
Okay.
Oh, I can't spoil it.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
not yet, but we will get there.
Yeah, I thought. Look, some jokes didn't land, but I feel like way more landed than I'd say about. Not even 10% of the jokes didn't land.
Yeah.
Most
It's
of
definitely
everything was on
like the
point.
flip side to Thor: Love and Thunder, where only 10% landed.
I'd rather watch this than
Yeah.
Thor than Thunder.
Oh,
I'd rather
I-
someone sit there and then make
Easily.
me watch this 10 times than watch Thor and Love and Thunder once.
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Flashback sequences about
perfect.
a third of the movie is us looking back.
Gotta say, if you're an animal lover,
It's hard to watch.
Tough.
It's a bit of a hard
maybe-
watch.
Who cried?
Yeah,
Who cried
there's-
during this one?
there's quite a few people
yeah,
who
there was-
I've got some thoughts on the flashback stuff. But my main thing is from quite a few people who I've talked to in my friend group. I was talking about it because I know how they feel in regards to animals and everything like that, and animals in films and everything like that. And I warned them of what this film contains, and they said, I guess I can't see that then. Like, they straight up won't see this film now because of the stuff that is in this film. Because, my God.
But Peter loved the
It's
film. Peter
dark.
said it's the best animal rights movie ever.
Oh, yeah, it's...
Peter aren't the best animal rights group ever.
but they
Just
like-
FYI,
but they
if
like
you don't
this
know about
movie.
that.
They like this movie, Chris. That's all that matters.
Oh, my God.
Let me
They're
have
like, we
my
don't see
point."
anything wrong with what they're doing.
No.
But yeah, it's a rough one. I feel bad for the parents who took their kids
Oh my
like
God.
opening weekend.
This is not a kid's
Oh.
film.
Thinking this was going to be another fun Guardians of the Galaxy film, when
Yeah.
half of the movie is a fun Guardians of the Galaxy film, and the other half is animal torture porn.
Can we mention quickly, not just the animal torture, there's a few shots which were a little brutal and had me going, is this MA15 plus? Because it's not, right?
It feels like James Gunn really gave
Pushed
someone
the
a dougie
boundaries
behind the set, and it got his way a bit more.
There are
He
movies,
was on his way out. He didn't care.
there are much tamer movies than this, even out right now, that have much more serious ratings.
He had much more. He's like, I had a lot of fun having an R-rated Suicide Squad movie. I'm just gonna try and bring a little bit of that into Guardians.
Honestly, that's what it felt like. It's really what it felt like.
Yeah, one shot that stuck out to me, where a certain character was killed on impact, and then was also underwater, and then another character immediately stabbed a knife into their face, and it was very in your face, and I was like, whoa, okay, he's dead. Like, this is a superhero movie.
And literally,
he was an
like
arsehole,
to
he
be
just-
fair, they weren't even subtle about it, because literally, like, moments before is like they're like the whole like, oh, we're both going to die. It's like, nah, only one of us.
Yeah.
It's like, so
he meant
it's
that.
like he literally.
I gotta say,
Let's get into some spoilers so that we can
Can
talk
I
more
mention
freely.
something? If we're going into spoilers, the first thing
Yes.
I messaged this to Chris, when after I figured it out, because when I saw the movie and Groot says "I love you guys" and none of them react, I was just like, that was a bit strange. No one reacted. He said something different than "I am Groot," and then I read that James Gunn said, "No, that's us hearing Groot the way the Guardians hear Groot for the first time because we spent so much time with Groot."
it's translated.
So, which explains 100% why none of them reacted, because he just said, "I am Groot," and we heard.
I don't think that came across.
Braden's gonna come in and be like, nope.
I really don't think that came across at all. I think I would have preferred if we just got "I am Groot" and subtitles. Also, this was just Vin Diesel sounding like Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it came across.
No audio effects on his voice whatsoever.
When Alex mentioned it, I liked it. I liked the idea of it.
It makes sense, but I didn't get
I would
that
like
in
to
the
see
scene.
it again, because a lot of people were like, "Yeah, we understood that," so it's 50-50.
Yeah,
so a lot of people got that, and I just went, "Okay," because someone asked him that. Someone said, because none of them react, and it's true. None of them react.
Yeah, no,
Which
yeah,
to
it's
me
completely
makes
normal.
it feel
It's
more
weird.
like it does come across, because that is exactly what would happen in that situation.
They cut away from it pretty quickly, though, from what I remember.
But they hold on it. Someone's
It
posted
just,
to Twitter.
it just pans out, doesn't it?
And I watched it. It pans out.
Oh,
I've been
I-
dissecting the movie to Twitter.
Having
Okay.
mentioned the violence and getting into flashback spoilers,
Yeah.
very
All right, spoiler
brutal
time.
scene.
If you don't want to listen, go away.
Very brutal flashback scenes. We mentioned the horror elements. Opening shot of the film, very creepy. And if I can redeem what I said, I didn't like how that swapped to opening ballad, where maybe it wasn't so happy as what I said.
Yeah.
And when we got back to flashbacks, like they didn't hold back.
No.
Specifically when Rocket escaped and there was death, there was shooting, and it was so powerful. Oh my god! When Rocket pulls his sidearm and shoots the guards coming in, and they obviously shoot back, and there's a situation.
Yeah.
You can spoil it.
It's-
Like-
We're in spoilers now.
So
Everyone
he
dies.
he shoots the guards shoot at him and kill all his friends around him.
Yeah.
And I've never
It's
seen
the
anything
more-
like that in a Marvel movie, and that was like the most epic
It's
moment.
heartbreaking.
Not in a good way.
That
but
whole sequence of him just losing everyone is sad.
I've never hated
But
a villain more when he was mocking Rocket's crying.
He is he was a really good villain. Shout out to that actor, because
Yeah.
he
Yes.
was scary and unhinged.
He's in
Yes, and
Peacemaker.
he had layers to him. Like the only the
Literally.
thing that
Literally, I was
came in,
gonna say
like
literally
literally, the part
He's
how
great as Red
he
Skull.
had this hatred for Rocket because Rocket was smarter than him.
Mm.
I loved that. Just under the kind of it ate at his subconscious that Rocket worked out how to get the machine working.
And also just like his line of like there is no god, that's why I stepped in, or something. Like
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
that when he yells that line, you're just like, damn, I get this guy's entire deal.
They've never made a more hateable villain, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
Just because he, tortures animals is a real.
Oh, he
big
literally
step towards
tortures
it.
animals.
Yeah,
And
and
people.
him
To
and
me-
Rocket even had a bit of meshed origin because he Rocket obviously caused the
Deformity.
damage to his face, which was
that was
extensive damage.
That was
a bit of a
yeah,
when he takes it off, it reminds me of Red Skull.
Maybe the most brutal scene I've seen in an MCU movie in a long time was Rocket just clawing to shit at his face.
Yeah.
And when they show his face, his face where his mouth still has flaps, and like it reminded. I'm thinking of. I was as shocked as like seeing Two-Face back in Dark Knight, and his tongue is kind of hanging out through the side of his open face.
Horrifying.
And I'm thinking that was rated quite highly. MA for sure.
So not only was there was also like just extensive violence, which was magically healed by sci-fi med packs.
Yes, they were a bit cliche.
Adam Warlock absolutely melting that dude. Adam Warlock, absolutely Raiders of the Lost Arking that one guy.
Yeah.
But like all the Guardians took some fucking hits. Like Drax copped it fucking bad.
Even I would say there was brutality to when the magical med pack is not working on Rocket and it's kind of glitching out. That was horrific. Like he's like seizuring.
I think this is the best that Chris Pratt has been as Star-Lord, especially towards the middle and later parts of the film.
I agree.
His drunk acting was very standard drunk acting.
Yeah, I got to be honest. As it opened up, I was like, "What is Chris Pratt doing?" And then, as soon as we got into it, as soon as he flirted with Nebula about her, I think he was there.
That was where
I was like, "Okay, we're back with Star-Lord. He's not being super awkward."
Back onto like the Organ Planet and Chris Pratt. It's when him constantly, just like the little, like the ongoing joke of him like constantly flirting with the chick until the end. And she's like, "Yeah, I told you she digged me," right? Like just before they bail out. Yeah. That got me because I was not expecting that line. I was just like, he just stood. I was like, "Yeah, I told you she dug me," and just walked off.
I was getting ready for, what is he going to say to these guys? Like, where is this going to go? I'm like,
good.
Awesome.
I was so happy that
and that shows character growth.
Exactly.
Because it's the type of shit that he would have done in the first film.
I thought that they handled Gamora and his relationship perfectly. Especially because that's a situation where the Russo brothers just called him and said, "We're thinking about doing this with Gamora. How do you feel?" And James Gunn just went, "I guess I'll work it in." So for something that happened to one of his characters in a whole other film, I thought he was able to bring her in and make a storyline with her and Star-Lord that was fantastic, and it ended exactly how it was.
I honestly also with that shows a lot in that relationship, but also back to the Chris Pratt. I think all his like really emotional stuff, he was great. Like every time, like
when we thought
just,
Rocket died,
not wanting to lose Rocket. He's like actual like being vulnerable to Gamora about how they like what they had and how he misses it. It was really good.
Adam Warlock, like I said,
not used a lot.
Definitely weird, seeing as he was teased in a post-credit scene in Guardians 2.
Yep.
And then to have such a small role in something.
I really thought his motivation for joining the Guardians to take down the bad guy would have been the fact that they essentially killed his mum.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been
he more came to like an internal kind of answer to what was going on.
I feel like his entire like change was like, I was about to kill you and then you saved me. So I guess I'm gonna rethink everything about myself.
Yeah, I guess it was that thing. Like he did lose his mother. He's looking for some direction now. He's growing up. He's working out what's actually going on in the world. These Guardians aren't so bad. Why did they save me?
His relationship with that little animal almost saved him for me, because that was so fun. When she's like, "I'm gonna kill him," he's like, "Don't be rash."
I really liked the like style that they put on how Poulter played Adam Warlock, and I'm kind of like, when we got to the very, 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 very end of the film, and we get a Star-Lord will return. I was a little,
because he's going to be an Avenger now.
Legendary Star-Lord.
But like, I just didn't care. Like,
I
I
do.
do.
I was
because-
surprised.
I do
I'm on
because
board.
I'm super on board with him being a part of the Avengers now he's Earth based.
Yeah.
And I honestly came out of this movie being like, I'm happy Chris Pratt didn't die. I would like to see more of this character. Without in a setting.
Especially
I'm fine with him doing that.
So if he's
I'm
in the
of the opinion of like going into this film when James Gunn was coming out and being like, this is Rocket's movie. These films have always been about Rocket. It's like, well, no, this film is about Rocket, but they've always been about Star-Lord.
yeah,
Like that every single Guardians film has been about Star-Lord as a person. And so getting to that, I was like, oh, I would have liked to have, teased seeing a little bit more of, one of the other characters, or like seeing what's up with
I
them.
think we will see more of. I think the only ones we probably won't see any more of are Batista and Nebula, because those two actors have come out and straight up said we're not going to be in anymore.
Without James
I
Gunn.
still think we're going to have Bradley Cooper because he's literally leading the Guardians now.
I hope so.
I think Will Poulter's more than a one movie deal. As
I would
Warlock.
assume so, because like Warlock is a very powerful person. So in the terms of the overall,
and Gamora, we won't see
MCU-ness of it.
Gamora again. I really liked her ending that she was like, I do have my family. My family's with
Yeah,
the
Ravagers,
Ravagers.
yeah.
that was great.
And one person who I didn't expect to love their ending, and I absolutely adored it, was Batista, was Drax's ending.
Yeah,
yeah, same.
Where
It
was
felt
you
a
weren't
little-
born to be a destroyer, you're born to be a dad, which I loved.
Yeah.
And it really
'Cause
reminded
that-
me of his beginnings, and I really thought he
Yeah,
doesn't
I
really
was about to
mention
say
his
that.
family. He doesn't mention his family much since the first one. Like,
Yeah, I was going to make the
he
same
did
point.
in
That
his-
goes
I-
full circle, because the whole reason he wants revenge
Yeah.
is because he lost his daughter and wife.
is it wife and daughter? Yeah.
Yeah. So like
It
this
felt
is full
it felt
circle.
a little
Like
bit
he's,
like a last minute Hail Mary of, oh, let's wrap up Drax's.
No, I thought
Yeah,
I don't.
I think it was
that at
wrapped
all.
up well.
think it
I
was
know.
wrapped up
I
well.
agree with that actually. The way it's like, oh yeah, let's. It did bring a
It-
full circle with him accepting
Just-
being a dad again in that role.
I didn't say it was a dropped Hail Mary. I just said it was a Hail Mary, because it was very last minute. Like, okay, cool, we're gonna now in this final sort of act, we're gonna start introducing that like Mantis saying that he's stupid and
But,
then making
yeah.
him forget.
Well, I
And
think
all that stuff.
I think
Like
they did
leading
that-
up until that moment where it's like, no, like we respect Drax because he's smarter than what we think he is, and he's also a really caring person. So,
and he danced with the
like
first
I thought they tied it up nicely. It was just very, hey, and Drax.
I don't really agree with the Hay and Drax part of that. I think that it was set up and played throughout the film and the series, of how he does interact with Nebula, especially over the course of the second film, which totally done a 180 on. I really enjoy that second film now.
Yeah, you really did.
I
swap
do
on
need
that
to
head.
go rewatch that.
And I thought Drax is one that surprisingly got me emotional more than anything. Especially seeing him finally dance with the kids, because obviously he's always had that running thing throughout the series that he doesn't dance. He's clearly stated dancing is for idiots.
Yeah.
I thought that outro was.
He doesn't dance, but he does a great monkey impression.
I did love the evolution from 80s, 90s, getting into the 2000s.
Oh, the Florence and the Machine songs popping off.
I really liked
Mm.
that, just sort of as we're closing out this century that we were in, and we're really pushing through to the next one. I really liked that.
Yeah, the one that when I say 5% or almost 10% of the humor didn't work, a lot of that comes from Cosmo. I thought the
Nice.
good dog joke wore thin after the second time.
Yeah, it didn't need to go that long.
It
And
went
it's like, cool,
very
you made
long.
that the entire character arc over the entire film for Kraglin. And
Kraglin.
Cosmo.
Poor
But-
Kraglin. Kraglin gets. He had a nice little scene. Talk about a Hail Mary. His Hail Mary scene, seeing Yondu.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah, that was really on the nose.
Um,
It's just like, hey, here you go. This is your character arc done.
Yeah.
I also feel like they just wanted Michael Rooker in there for some aspect, just to get him
Yeah.
in all the films. So they got him in there.
Thoughts on Russian Dog?
Yeah, Cosmo wasn't a fan.
Yeah,
of Russian
Cosmo.
Dog.
Cosmo, the joke got a little old, but
Yeah.
I loved the character.
Yeah.
I loved the
Yeah.
idea as well.
I mean, how could you not love Cosmo
Yeah.
as a thing?
I thought the scene where we saw him literally almost like cut over. There's a shot where they pan to them working on Rocket, and he's
Yeah.
cut open like that. That was
Yeah.
probably one of the biggest, like, whoa, we're going for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the overall design of the bunny.
The
on
bunny was
floor.
scary.
Bunny!
That was
Yeah.
horrifying.
Love the
It's
bunny.
really fucked up.
Love the bunny.
Yeah,
really,
the other two weren't as bad, and then the
I
bunny
didn't-
sort of just comes out, and the bunny
It's-
reminded me of something from Toy Story 1 that Sid threw together.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
Yeah,
the
that
baby
whole
head on the
scene,
spider.
whole scene
Awesome.
reminded me of that.
I thought it was great.
I think that was inspo for sure. The baby head on the spider.
It's just that where I go, kids are taking kids are going to see this film.
yeah, great.
taking
This
their
is
parents
pretty-
to see this.
That's the most fucked up part of the film. I
It
would
is,
say.
Yeah.
definitely.
I
Season
can't believe
4.
it's rated M with
Um,
the face peel.
I almost
Um,
cried. All right, this is the only
yeah.
part in the film the face peel when that little flap is sitting there.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and everyone
Yeah,
in
and
the
you just
theater.
and as soon as
is
you realize
screaming
she's
at
gonna
her to
peel it
grab
off,
it.
it's like yes.
Face off, face off, face off, face off. He said it
Face
so many times.
off.
Get it? Face off.
Um,
He said face off.
no,
And they peeled his face off.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Comedy.
You had one gripe or bad?
No, I
thought,
can't
was
remember.
it?
I really forgot. What I was
No,
gonna say.
you mentioned the 10% of the jokes that weren't landing.
Yeah. Wow.
The Seer children.
Oh, the one part I cried and I almost cried in. It almost got
Yep.
me was when Rocket finds the little raccoons. Just
Yeah.
those little fucking raccoons in general.
they're all crawling on him.
So scared.
Yeah.
In the beginning,
Yeah.
that was so that touched me, that got me.
Touched
and
you with the little raccoon hand.
I was like, how,
Definitely.
yeah, was really like, this is not how Star Lord's dying. The scene where
Yes.
It
The
was
half
bit of a-
second where
bit of
I
a
thought he
Princess
was
Leia vibe.
dying.
to me, I thought he was actually dead when his face
I
puffed up.
Straight up.
No,
thought it was
no,
dead as
Michael,
well,
because
yeah.
he actually started experiencing decompression and freezing. With Princess
it
Leia,
could-
nothing happened.
I know,
got a
but
bit
it's
like
like
the
just him,
Force.
the rescue,
Of course.
sort of the rescue and flying back. It gave
Yes.
the whole overall gave me Princess Leia vibes, but
That's
actually
the
executed
reason
properly.
why
Was
Will
anyone
Poulter wasn't at
asking
the end.
why is no one grabbing him? Because there are 1,000 ways that they could save him right now, but
they
no
proved-
one's moving.
They proved that Groot went out to grab him and he froze, and then that was.
But also, my question is then, what happened to Star Lord's helmet and boots?
so
Because I feel like
Yep.
the
no,
only
they've
reason they
addressed this.
weren't
They've
there.
addressed this. So this has been addressed. His
Okay, please.
They left nowhere very quickly to get out of there. His helmet is
Yeah.
in the drawer in his little in his room that he was staying in. His helmet was in there. They had to get out of nowhere. So his helmet.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
was
Well,
they
in
just
his
fucked straight
drawer.
off because
His boots
pretty much
don't exist
Rocket's
anymore.
dying.
His boots don't exist anymore because Rocket built everyone jetpacks. So they all have jetpacks,
Okay.
and he doesn't use the boots anymore because the jetpacks are better.
There are no
Gunn has
jetpacks
come out and
handy
Where
said
were the
this.
jetpacks?
to save him. It's like we're all just
Yeah.
going to watch him die. Groot's the only one reaching out.
Yeah,
We,
doing
we
something.
have 1,000 ways or little vessels or anything we could do here.
The
Throw him a
thing
rope.
Here's a question: does Nebula have lungs that need oxygen?
Surely not.
There's
She runs on motor oil or something.
Alex, you getting a phone call?
yeah, I am.
He is.
But yeah,
I have to
once
put something
we
else,
realized that Star Lord definitely wasn't dying right there and then, that was nice because I was like, okay, that would have been really weird.
Hey, I think if he died going back for a Zune, I think that would have been iconic.
One of the things we haven't spoken about, which is probably the best action scene in Marvel history, was the corridor fight to No Sleep till Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was
Oh
awesome.
yes.
Terrible
So
song choice.
awesome.
Why are we getting two Chris Pratt films with No Sleep Till Brooklyn? What
No,
the fuck is happening?
I
thought
enjoyed
was
it.
Worked
great
perfectly.
choice.
I really enjoyed it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought
I
it was
was
great.
not on board.
I like the
I
Beastie
was.
Boys.
I know, I like the Beastie Boys, but like
Yeah.
It worked.
they have other songs.
What
the,
was the other movie?
like-
No
Do they?
Sleep till Brooklyn.
Super Mario Bros.
Oh,
used fucking No
Did they
Sleep Till
even?
Brooklyn.
Did they? Oh, who cares? They can use more
Hey,
than one.
who's seen that? Come on.
The scene where
The scene itself is very good.
Nebula gets the shit kicked out of her, and it pans around, and she's
Yep.
fixing herself.
Just putting it back
Oh,
together.
yeah.
They like it's like a 360 around her as her neck breaks like towards the camera. It's amazing.
Upside down off the back, and then
Yep.
it pops back up and flips her arm back around and shit.
As her arms are reconstructing as well.
Yeah.
That was top tier Marvel Stuff right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that entire
was
fight
great.
scene is very good.
Rocket as well was kicking so much ass
Oh,
when
yeah.
he came back.
It was good to
I
see
love
Rocket and Groot team back up, like
Yeah.
in a physical way.
Mm.
Like
I thought Groot
also
worked.
Groot's
Groot-
General Grievous moment.
Groot's Grievous moment.
His head. It was more like the Thing moment with the head running around.
Yeah.
I was hoping we were going to get more time of that, but that really went away
Yeah.
quite quickly.
I like
He
in the
goes
next
quick
scene
now.
you can see him making the outline of his body.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
slowly, building back up.
And so then
Um,
when he turns big to scare them all off, like that's him extending himself out as well.
Yeah.
I like that. And then obviously I like the Groot we get at the very, very, very end where he's fucking gigantic.
Big Groot.
So, I love thick Groot. We love
How
thick
many
Groot.
C's? How many C's are we giving Thick Groot?
Oh,
At
that'd be cool.
least 3.
3 C's on thick Groot.
One for every branch.
But yeah, he was a thick lad. Also shout out to the visual effects of this film. A hell of a lot better than Ant-Man.
A hell of a lot better than
Oh,
the
yeah.
last 10 Marvel projects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When Groot is full, what makes him to end up as the head when he's full stretching and rotating around the villain before it all kind of like burns up.
Yeah.
All of that, brilliant, like visually.
They did a good job.
I thought it was a really
My-
solid film. I'm a
my
4
pa
out of
enjoyed
5.
it.
I'm a 4 out of 5.
I'm a solid 4 out of 5. Want to see it again. And just to see what I would love to see it. I'm hoping you can still get a packed theater for it. 'Cause I'd love to go see it with a packed theater to see what hits and what doesn't hit.
Yeah, that's a good question.
A lot of stuff hit because when me and Gemma went and saw it, it was Saturday night packed theater, so quite a lot hit from memory, like quite a lot of loud laughs.
I want to experience it, Michael.
Go for it.
Honorable mention of the cameo on the Organ Planet. You guys know
Yeah.
what his name is.
Nathan Fillion. That was
Who-
he really tied together how good that
A lot
entire
of
scene was.
Suicide
Yes.
Squad.
Who's the moron of this group? We got one of those
Was
too.
there other Suicide Squad people in it?
Oh yeah. Ratcatcher 2 is the girl that Quill's flirting with. Pete Davidson's in the movie.
Wait,
Let's
seriously?
He plays a random alien.
Sure.
Nathan Fillion,
Look that up.
Suicide Squad. Stallone, obviously, Suicide Squad.
Yep.
James
Stallone was interesting.
James Gunn's wife was the lady that Gamora shoots in the leg.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, she's from Suicide Squad. Who else? There was a few people.
I'm getting the sense that James Gunn is really vying for Tim Burton's like cast favorite kind of nepotism type vibe.
But he only
like,
puts her in roles she
just
works in, though.
casts his friends.
Yeah, but come on, all directors do that. Tarantino does it. Nolan does it. They all
You're
do it.
naming directors I'm not massive fans of.
Tarantino,
Themes?
Nolan, Wes Anderson does it. Of course, Birdman.
Seems
does
like
it.
Pete Davidson is one of the goons in the bad guys ship.
Yeah,
Right.
I thought he was a carrot
Interesting.
guy for a second.
Carrot Guy would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of it worked for me, and I enjoyed a lot of it, a whole lot.
I'd say most of it worked for me. There were I thought tonally it was a bit too much of a whiplash for me and a little bit too dark for what I was expecting, but that's James Gunn making the film that James Gunn wants to make, which I respect him for actually being able to get past Marvel and Disney people. So
I
Yeah,
think
they
it's
really
hardest it was to.
It felt
Respect
more
for
like
that.
a
I'm
James
still-
Gunn movie before it did a Marvel film.
yeah, I'm still very
Which was a nice
nervous
breath of
about
fresh air.
Superman. But
No,
we'll
I think
see.
it's gonna be great. I love James Gunn.
Good for you.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything to say about Guardians?
I was just gonna say, as dark as it was, I thought all of Rocket's backstory was like great.
Glad that none of them died.
Yeah.
Glad.
Love the
None of
darkness though.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Love
that
the
was interesting.
violence.
Because even leading up to it, a lot we
Oh,
said it a few
I
times.
would
We
have
were
put
picking
money
Rocket
that
to die.
Rocket died.
Yeah.
I would have put money on Rocket or Drax dying.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm
the
glad-
fact that no one died was a bit of a like. We've just had this incredibly dark film, so we're going to give you.
I'm
a
happy they all got their
ending?
All
happy
Rocket's
ending.
friends
They all
died.
got because I think
Oh,
the
well.
fact that they all sort of had something bad going on when they all met, or like not having the best time. It's good that it rounded out into they all had a good ending.
And I think Quill needs a break. Obviously, Yondu died, then Gamora's dead.
Yeah,
So-
like it makes
Yeah.
sense that he
Bro-
is in
bro
such a
needs to
dark
Right,
place.
he wouldn't have Rocket die.
Yeah. I loved that he just ended up going back to see his grandpa. Really
Yeah,
enjoyed
I
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Like being where he's at now.
I like the end credit scene where he's like, why do I have to mold? He's got a 41-year-old grandson. Why can't he do it? I
Yeah.
thought that worked and that was funny.
That's fun. What was I gonna say? I had something on the tip of my tongue. Yes. One question which may have like colored my thoughts on the film in general. Did anyone else actually properly know like Rocket's origin story at all going
Nah.
into this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I feel like that may have colored like how I viewed the film because I did know that going in.
Is it mentioned? Because I feel like I knew he was some sort of like effed up experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know that
But,
from the past
yeah.
James Gunn stuff, but yeah, like his whole like actual experience there with Lila the Otter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so yeah, that may have just colored my opinion on that entire side of the story.
Whoever they
so.
got to voice act really young Rocket was great too. That was
Oh,
Was
yeah.
Sean Gunn.
No,
That
there
was
was
amazing.
3. There was one younger than Sean.
Oh.
There was like a little kid Rocket who was like the one that's going thems. Yeah, them.
Yeah, my
I
my
thought,
heart,
I thought
man.
that one was
Nah,
Sean.
Sean Gunn was the one that watched Lila die.
Okay.
When he explains how to fix the machine, his
Oh.
little voice.
Yeah.
I also
them.
barely understood a word he said in that sentence.
He said technical
Bless.
mumbo jumbo.
That's it.
That's the best way to
Yeah,
put
you
it.
gotta put
and
this in the
Marvel's-
disc.
Marvel's
There's
first
too much
F-bomb.
particles.
Marvel's first F-bomb as well. Which
Which
Yeah, I love
was actually,
it worked.
I thought, really good placement for it.
Over a door.
Really
Okay.
casual.
Very funny
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
And real life like situation.
yeah. It wasn't
Little
just
simple
someone
thing.
screaming like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like real life simple frustration moment.
Yeah,
Definitely
that
something
was-
that anyone would have said in that moment.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah.
most believable F-bomb I've heard in a film
Yeah.
for a while.
It wasn't
And then
scripted. Chris
added
Pratt
to the
just did
joke
it.
that they obviously didn't understand. They'd never been in a car before. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Chris Pratt just did it, and they got it approved by Marvel, so they went for it. Which is very nice because I think that's them kind of slowly going into the fact that we're gonna have Deadpool. So expect an F-bomb in most Marvel films from now on because he'll get it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because, well, I mean, he's going to make up for all the ones we haven't had.
Yeah.
And he's going to point fun at it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm saying that like if we
that
get
film
if we
is
get
going to be fucking nuts.
if we get a Deadpool in Secret Wars, then he gets the one F-bomb in that film.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Just give me that level of violence in all Marvel movies now, and I'm ready.
Give me animal torture in all of these Marvel films.
Not the animal torture. Let me.
No.
Not the animal torture.
Christian.
Just the face melting and
Just the
all that
face
shit.
melting and the face
I
peeling
can't
and the
believe how
shooting
long
and
they held on
the-
his face unpeeled.
the
It was
consequences to actions and
shocking.
Everyone
There's
should watch
death in the world.
Peacemaker. He's in Peacemaker. He's great in Peacemaker.
The actor.
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know.
another James Gunn guy that he's just
Classic.
found in Peacemaker. I'm okay with it if they're all great actors.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Enjoyed it. Ted
Yeah.
Lasso
Yes.
Ted Lasso and one other TV show that I want to quickly mention as
and
well.
Succession.
Oh, well, that wasn't it, but you sure?
Chris, are you up to date with Succession?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll quickly do Ted Lasso. Is everyone up to date with Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
My parents almost are.
Was this latest episode the one with the leaked photos?
Yes.
I'm up to date with Ted
Oh,
Lasso.
I'm not up to date with Ted Lasso.
Oh. You don't have the Keely fappening situation?
No.
Okay,
What's
no.
this?
Okay, so you're not up to date with Ted Lasso, so we won't really speak too much about Ted Lasso then.
I don't know if you
My bad.
were hearing me and Chris talking about it earlier, but because I've now caught up on the last episode. My favorite Roy moment now is the little cackling he does with the red strings are tied around the nuts.
Yes.
Just constantly, and then they get back and he's drawing up the diagram for like the star.
He's made it even more complicated.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I love
newest episode's also just the first miss of the season.
Oh,
that's
okay.
nice, you reckon?
I was.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
definitely-
spoil it if you want. I don't mind that much if it's a shitty episode.
It was just a whole episode about Keely was she back in the day
Involved in
she
the
got
leak.
someone got their cloud hacked or their phone hacked, and a sex tape of Keely got leaked online. Amongst with a lot of other people. It was like a big. You remember the fappening situation that happened a few years ago when people like Jennifer Lawrence got all their shit leaked online. It was
Yeah.
awful. So that happened like a version of that event happens, and then the whole episode's kind of just like
Jeez,
everyone.
Her dealing
Jennifer
with that.
Lawrence got leaked online.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Where can I see that to
Chris.
avoid
Yes.
it? Where is that?
There are so many of those
Chris.
I can stay
websites.
away.
Like, which one? Which one?
Yes. You're about a decade.
Oh, one
too
of
late.
those websites where they leak ex-girlfriend's new photos, but there's so many of them. Which one?
Which one?
Sorry, that's a Always Sunny reference.
Yep.
No, so yeah, that happens, and then the whole episode's like a bunch of other characters kind of blaming Keely for it. Well, not blaming Keely, kind of being like Keely needs to apologize for this. And then yeah, it's a lot of telling us what the right, like it was almost like a lecture episode where it's
Yeah.
like, this is what to do. This is the right.
It's like, hey, don't victim blame.
And then
These
we
are the
had-
things that you should do.
We had Ted reading into the situation as like a different situation as well.
Yeah, I also just looked it up. It is literally the last episode, like by a country mile.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like Ted's development in this episode's alright. He's still just dealing with the fact that like his ex has moved on and he's sort of like overthinking everything and stuff. But I think it's just progression in his story.
Here's a fun fact: it is rated lower than the Coach Beard episode.
Ooh.
Okay,
wow.
this is a shocker then.
Yeah. So every season's got one. Let's hope that's it.
What season one?
I don't think season one's got one. I was being nice. Season one, cool. Season one's got no.
talking to a few people last week while we're out after Gemma's graduation. They were all not high on season 3 until the Netherlands episode.
Oh, I love all of season 3. Netherlands episode's fantastic.
A lot of people are just like, oh, it's so like they're all just like it's so disjointed. Like it's not like
People
they're not all
it's because we had
together.
the
It's-
Zava arc, and then so it's like they started off doing really well because we had Zava, and now we went.
There's a lot of arcs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
now we went on a long stretch. Now we're back up to having a 4-win streak.
Yeah, and there was like the really crazy games even before Zava with all the like red cards, yellow cards, and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
The,
finding
like
out Nate.
there's been a lot of the crazy like football stuff going on.
Yeah.
We had a bit of Nate. We had a bit of Nate in this past episode.
I'm okay
too.
with Nate. I'm happy we're doing stuff with Nate. I'm very happy Nate's
Yeah.
getting like a character
More-
arc.
More Nate date.
More Nate date.
Hey,
Nate relationship.
excited. Oh, we're liking this.
So yeah. Quickly, Chris, while we're talking before we let Braden have the floor, Succession. You've watched the latest episode from yesterday?
Oh, I have.
It was
whoa.
a Shiv and Tom affair, wasn't it?
Some characters flipped last episode. Now they
Ooh.
flipped back.
Oh yeah, we got some flip floppers. Chris, what was your favorite aspect of this episode?
Oh gosh, I didn't even know really. I Shiv and Tom's big argument
outside, that was
was really big, and then
grind.
it was really because it hit me like the shot of Tom then lying alone in his bed.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, the night before him and Shiv were obviously lying together, having being in this like honeymoon phase of having gotten back together,
Mm-hmm.
and it all fell apart at one party.
One part. And just because Tom was tired, no one's letting Tom. At least literally went around the party just talking about how Tom's gonna get fired.
Yeah,
I love that
and,
Tom got that was a great Tom moment to me, because Tom just went, "You were gonna let me go to prison, and you were okay with that."
Yeah.
That was great, and him just being like, "I've tried feeling you with like appreciation and love, but you're broken."
It was a big kind of follow up to last episode where a lot was said between Tom and Shiv.
Yeah.
And on Tom's side, it still felt like he's still hurting here. Like, and yeah, it really showed that he wasn't okay with it. Everything.
And to me, it was still like you could saw how much he cared about her when she said, "I've never loved you," or like and you saw the pain on him when she said that. Whereas everything, Tom, you saw pain and general sadness. When you look at her in that scene, it's just anger. It is just like rage.
Yeah, and Tom had a great moment where he's telling everyone to leave his house.
Yeah, please, goodbye, everyone. It's over. I'm
hey,
serious,
see everyone, and then there's like a bit of laughter in the room. Like, no, party's over. Please leave my home.
And they're like, "Hi," and he's like, "Seriously."
And then he repeats like 5 times, like, "No, get the fuck out." Yeah, it's great.
Kendall just kind of being anything he can do to destroy this deal.
Yep. And great Greg and Skarsgård.
Oh, Greg. Oh, you're the guy.
Greg, he's kind of perfect because he's like young and doesn't have a heart or a soul.
Yeah.
And
like,
Skarsgård,
I just
guy,
fired him.
what's his name? Mads is his name? Madison?
Alexander. Oh, Madison. Lucas.
Yeah, Madison. His name in the show is Madison, of course.
Yeah, no. And he's faking some numbers.
Yeah, he is. He is. I'm surprised that when Greg was impressing him with how much of an asshole it is, he didn't mention him suing Greenpeace.
Yeah.
But yeah, great episode. There's a really good party vibe.
Very excited for next week. I saw the preview for next week. It's the election episode, so we're gonna spend the whole time during the election, like as votes are coming in.
And Connor discussing becoming like the ambassador.
Oh,
but like it has to be a shitty country that doesn't matter, or they won't give him the job.
Yeah, he's like, what about somewhere with nukes? North Korea? He's like, no, Connor, they're not giving you anywhere.
They're not going to give you anywhere with nukes. What's the country he ends up asking his wife to move to?
Right. It's a rich man's Yemen, poor man's
Oman. Yeah. Like Oman, he's like rich man's Yemen, poor man's Saudi Arabia.
But yeah,
brilliant.
Succession's still been great. Brayden, wrap us up with what you've been watching.
Cool. I want to wrap you up with I went through and I watched all of the Star Wars Vision Volume 2 short films that they released. If for those of you who aren't aware, Star Wars Visions is an anthology series on Disney Plus, in which different studios from originally just anime studios, but now in season 2 going into other studios from around the world, they get to take the ideas and sort of aesthetics and, well, not even that. They just sort of get to play around with their own original Star Wars stuff. They really get to do whatever they want and aren't held back in any way. So we get some really original takes on like things we've seen in Star Wars a bunch, like lightsabers and spaceships and all that crap. But I wanted to run through each episode from this season. One saying the studio and sort of roughly where they're from, if I have it here, and what I thought of it very, very quickly. So first off is an episode called Sith, which is from El Guiro. It doesn't say anything of what that studio in particular have done, but there's a lot of Pixar veterans and Disney veterans. It's computer animated. It looks a bit like Into the Spider-Verse-y with its visual aesthetic. It's very artsy. I thought it was fine. It's a decent start. It's far more visual than anything else going on. The second one by Cartoon Saloon, who you may know from Wolfwalkers, that wonderful animated movie. I believe they're from the UK. or Ireland, like somewhere around there. Their episode was excellent, really, really, really good. Screech's Reach, blends the line of like really cute animation for kids and families, and then like truly horrifying, like really fucking scary, dark. Like, my god, I was not expecting it from the earlier parts of the episode, but it was really, really good. I should really watch Wolfwalkers apparently, because apparently that's an excellent animated film. Third one from Chilean-based studio Punk Robot. It's kind of like CGI meets stop motion animation, and it's cool. It's also quite dark. It's very family oriented. It's very much like, oh, the Empire, they're ruining our land and everything, you know, your usual climate change metaphor type stuff. But I thought that one was good. A seriously like excellent episode for a completely different take on Star Wars. The one from Aardman Animation, makers of Wallace and Gromit, and that Chicken Run and or Chicken Run, yeah, Chicken Run. With their new one coming out soon. It was really nice going back and watching a new Aardman thing, because they are incredible at what they do with stop motion. And it's just a really fun episode. It's really silly and really wholesome. I really liked it. Getting through it. Studio Mer brought very much of an like, it was kind of just anime. It was back to anime. That studio's worked on things like Legend of Korra and stuff before. I thought that was a really good episode. But it is just more anime style. Studio La Cachette, a French studio doing hand-drawn animation, is excellent. It feels like if Andor was animated and French, and it's seriously really good. They also did Primal. If anyone is familiar with that, that's from the same person who did Samurai Jack back in the day, I believe.
Right.
But yeah, that one's really cool because just on its own, it is like a spy espionage type thing. But imagine if what's that bloody Cirque du Soleil? Imagine if Cirque du Soleil and Burlesque had like spy espionage elements to it that were trying to take down the Empire, and it was French and hand drawn. Beautiful. Very, very good. 88 Pictures. This one was fine. This one is The Bandits of Gloak. It's all Indian and like Indian inspired from Indian culture and everything. Apparently they did work on Scoob and Troll Hunters, but this is very visually different. So I thought it was fine. It's fine. Almost done. The Art, they did a truly actual anime episode. Fun fact about this one, one of the main characters' voices is David Diggs.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, which was really fun. The second he started talking, I was like, holy shit, is that David Diggs? And it was. So that was really good. And also really comments on slavery and everything like that. It's quite a good episode. And then lastly, from Triggerfish, who I'm not familiar with anything else that they've done, but they also have this very like CGI meets stop motion meets like felt looking textures, like material. Absolutely visually beautiful. This is an absolutely stunning short film that is really child friendly, like family friendly, and is a really, really fun take on like the Force and everything. Oh, there you go. Apparently they're a leading animation studio in Africa, so that's great. And yeah, I absolutely love that one. So that's my very quick rundown of Star Wars Visions. Some of them are definitely worth checking out more than others. I feel like I liked more in season 2 than I actually really liked in season 1.
That's good.
So yeah. But yeah, the one from the team that did Wolfwalkers Cartoon Saloon, doing Screech's Reach, highly recommend everyone check that out because it is really
good.
Yeah. And that's it.
Beautiful.
There we go.
Yeah.
We did it, guys.
Sorry for taking over the podcast for the final second, but I know I'm the only one who's in a Star Wars mood. I've also been playing heaps of Jedi Survivor.
I have that game. I've played none of it.
Oh my god!
I'm yet to pick it up.
It's real good.
I have been playing the buggy mess that is AFL 23.
Oh, don't
Have
worry.
they updated it yet?
Jedi Survivor's also buggy mess, so
Yeah, just release games,
but
for the
not as
finish
buggy
line,
mess
people.
as AFL 23.
How hard is it to release a finished game?
Apparently,
Really very hard.
Well, everyone, we
Yep.
did it.
But we can release a finished podcast, and you can subscribe to it on YouTube and
Barely.
subscribe there. Give it a like, leave a comment, maybe recommend it to your friends, or if
Well
you
done.
prefer audio podcasts, you can check out the audio version of the show on your podcast service of choice, whether that be Spotify, Apple, the whole shebang.
Apple again.
You can, if you can, leave a review over there. That'd be really appreciated. You can follow us on socials. As Alex said, you'll see a Insta of our picks for the summer box office draft or the movies draft or whatever we call it. And this is a long episode now.
We did it.
But you can add Michael on Facebook. We did it.
Add him-
And as
add him on
always,
Facebook. I'm Alex,
I'm Braden.
I'm Christian.
And I'm Michael.
and we're out of here. Goodbye, you filthy animals.
Goodbye.